Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. We are live and a new snapshot is here. So I am just going to quickly apologize. I am in my old setup again. So if the audio is a bit off, that is why. So I'm just going to quickly get the patch notes up as I was not ready. They released this one quite early. Normally they release them in like 2 hours-ish. So it's quite a bit early. And as far as I'm aware, from what I've seen of the patch notes at the moment, there is no warden. But I may be wrong. But yeah, I don't think the warden's here. I'm just going to quickly jump in and look. So I just need to quickly get everything ready. Because I wasn't actually ready. So we should be able to do that pretty quickly. There we go. Okay, so here's the patch note screen. Let's quickly just do that. And that should not have come on screen. So let's quickly just jump over to the patch notes. Yet another snapshot is here available for Minecraft Java. This time around, we've done some additional tweaks to world generation and a few changes to mob spawning. Okay, so it seems like we highly recommend updating your world before. We've continuously made performance improvements since we released the first Caves on the Cliff snapshot. We've created another survey about performance. If you want to fill in the survey, you can do it right there. Okay, world generation tweaks, changes to mob spawning, or copper ore now drops 2 to 5 from 2 to 3. So it now drops about 2 more every time. Raw copper items in a stone cut, a block of copper can be converted to 4 cut copper. Okay, so that is good. I think they've made copper easier to get, which I really like that. A bunch of biome variants with similar features but different shapes have been merged into one since the shape is controlled independently now, and renamed some biomes. Okay, world generation updates. Updated ore distribution to make branch mining deep down more rewarding. For example, added more unexposed diamonds. Iron ore now generates above 80, with more iron ore as you go higher. And extra gold generates below minus 48. Non-cave biomes no longer change with height, so no more savannas in the sky, and things like that. Tweak the relative size of some biomes to match 1.17 a bit closer. Increase the average size of most biomes. And you may just quickly hear something. I do need to quickly shut that down. So yeah, so wait a second. I am just going to quickly jump back to the patch notes. I just need to start loading up Minecraft a second. No, the deep dark is not here. I can 100% confirm that. Otherwise, I think there would be a bit more hype around this snapshot. It once again seems like just a bug fix snapshot to fix performance stuff and things like that. So now that that's loading up, wait, is it loading up? Is the newest snapshot there? Yes, it is. So let's load up that. So where was we? We was that. Fix some aquifer issues. A side effect of this is that aquifers are in different places now compared to the last snapshot. Slightly increase the frequency of underwater magma. Increase the amount of dungeons, especially below height 0. Gravel now generates below height 0. Villages are slightly more spread out. Remove the water lake features. Aquifers provide local water levels. Mob spawning. Axolotls now spawn in water above clay blocks in lush caves. So they've changed axolotl spawning. They know they don't require stone anymore. They now require clay blocks. Glow squids now only spawn in water blocks under height 30. Oh, that's literally broke my whole farm. That sucks. Cod, salmon, pufferfish, tropical fish, squid, and dolphins now only spawn in water from height 50 to 64. Okay, so it seems like they're just making balancing to limit farms. Tropical fish now only spawn in lush caves at any height. Oh, now also, I thought I said only. Now also spawn in lush caves at any height. Zombies once again spawn in dripstone caves. Drown can also spawn there, however. Goats no longer spawn in stony peaks. Technical changes are right there. Optimized AI for goats, hoglings, zoglings, pigling, brutes, and villagers. Bedrock layer generates dependent on world seed now. So we have got a few bugs. Large amounts of axolotls cause performance issues. Large amounts of goats cause performance issues. Banners without patterns do not render properly. Command blocks do not display correct in their command blocks do not display commands in their UI. No relief on treasure map or explorer maps. Open worlds from 1.12 or older in the latest snapshot regenerates random chunks. Sweet berries generate too often. Okay, that was a bug. I thought that was a new feature. Cave vines can generate without tips because prioritized tipped option is negated. Cave vines can generate into water. Entity bobs their heads up and down when targeting towards the player. Blue orchid generates has been decreased, and then some folder thing. So one thing I'm not too sure about was what I want to know what biomes have been renamed. So if I quickly just load up a world, we will make a brand new world just so we obviously get everything new. And I will now send the screen over to Minecraft. So once again, yeah, this seems like it's more of a bug fix snapshot again. It don't seem like there's much in it. And I think towards the Deep Dark and the Warden, I reckon we'll get that after Minecraft Live. So at least after the 16th, because I reckon they'll show some teasers off in Minecraft Live. Like they did with the Buzzy Bees update, they showed off the honey blocks, honeycomb and honey blocks. They showed them off and then we got them like a week or two later. I reckon that's what they'll do with the Warden. They'll tease it a bit at Minecraft Live, and then they'll probably release it a week or two after Minecraft Live. So I've noticed that my skin don't have overlays on. Is that a bug? Okay, no, the overlays are now there. Okay, so what are we looking for? There's no actually new things. So let's just cover some of the new things. So changes, copper, that's what we're going to do. Copper blocks apparently now give 4 when in a crafting grid. So let's see if we can do that. Not in a crafting grid, in a stone cutter. So stone cutter right there. I don't know why I grabbed 2. So if you put 1 in there, you get 4 out for the 1 block. So that means one of these can now give 4 of them. It gives 8 slabs and it gives 4 stairs. Okay, that is good, I guess. So what is the... Is it now stone cutters are better? Because if I quickly just do this and do that, you get 4. So you're missing out by using a crafting table. Because that would give you 4, 8, 12, 16 if you use a stone cutter. So let's quickly just do this. So that's 4 and that's 4. And if we do that, we get 4. But if we now use a stone cutter and put them 4 in there, we get 16. So by using a crafting table, you're missing out. Unless they've forgot to change this recipe in the crafting grid to give you 16, or unless stone cutters are now just the best thing to use for copper, as that is obviously something that you get a lot more out of for a stack. So let's quickly just see this. If I quickly just do that and then do that, let's now ditch all of this stuff just so I don't have anything spare in my inventory. And then do that. If I put them in there and then shift click them out, we get 4 stacks. But in here, we'll only get a stack. So yeah, a stone cutter is 100% better to use now. Because for 1 stack of copper, you get 4 stacks in the stone cutter, but only 1 stack in the crafting table. So definitely use a stone cutter if you want to get cut copper. And I think cut copper is the best thing to use. Because obviously, okay, that's, you get 2, wait, this is confusing. No, actually, no, it's not. I'm just being dumb. So if I quickly just do this and get some normal copper again, when you put that in there, you get 8 copper slabs. But when you put one of these in there, you only get 2. So is that more efficient? Let's quickly see this. If I put 1 in there, you get 8 back. But you can also turn that into 4. So if I do that, okay, so no, there's no like benefit from making slabs. What about making stairs? So you get 1 stair and you get 4 stairs. And yeah, once again, there's no benefit because 4 of them will give you 4 stairs. And they're not, yeah, so there's no benefit apart from using a stone cutter over a crafting table now. That is the only thing that you should 100% do. Another thing is copper ore now has a higher chance to drop more ores. No, the warden is not a thing. The warden or deep dark have not been added in this snapshot. So we've got a few changes to performance again, like they are doing every snapshot. I think my mouse is slowly either breaking or slowly dying because it's struggling to click. So if I quickly just do this, we got 3 from that, so they've upped it from 2 to 3 to 2 to 5. So we got 4 there, and I think this is without silk touch, without fortune. So without fortune, you can now get up to 5 copper, which is good. That's what, half a block, just over half a block. So I think copper in general is now one of them things that is a lot easier to obtain. I don't know how common it is in caves, so maybe that is something we can quickly just check. Okay, so there's a bit right there. So it seems like it's not like rare, as it seems like it's pretty much like one thing you see everywhere, although I don't think it actually spawns in deep state level. I may be wrong on that though. So yeah, I don't think copper spawns down here, but you may have noticed you now can see gravel down here. Gravel can now spawn in the minuses. Before it couldn't. You could only find gravel up here. So that is a good change to see. So you can now actually get flint and steel, or flint when you're down in the lower depths of the caves. And if I quickly just head down, there's a dungeon right here, which is cool. More gravel. So it seems like gravel, okay, there's 2 dungeons. It seems like gravel is not that rare either. It seems like it is pretty common. So if I quickly just keep flying around, I want to see if we can see anything else. They've changed a few more things with ores. Here's a lava aquifer right here. It's a cave completely filled with lava, and then there's a water one right next to it. It seems like it's quite a big lava-filled cave, because all this is lava-filled as well. And then it also gets blocked off right there. So let me quickly just check what else we got, because the patch notes obviously were quite small. So they... Okay, so we got changes to mob spawning, which means axolotls will now only spawn in lush caves with a clay block under them. So let's quickly locate a lush cave. There we go. Let's just quickly head to that. And we can now see, we should see axolotls around this area. Where is the lush cave? Is there a lush cave here? Okay, the lush cave is more over this end. So we should see, if there's water here with clay, we should see axolotls. I think the reason they've made this change is because you wouldn't get much water and stone in lush caves before. So like here, for example, there's clay underneath. Before that wouldn't obviously spawn an axolotl because it would need to be stone under it. So I think they've made it water just to get axolotls a bit more common. So if we just head around, we should eventually see like all this water here. Axolotls should now be able to spawn in, although I can't actually see any. Is that because I'm in spectator mode? It might very well be. I think mobs can't spawn while in spectator mode. So maybe if we just like fly around here a second, we might see an axolotl spawn. I can't actually see. Let's open up F3 because I'm pretty sure there's a way to tell axolotl spawning here. Where is it? Axolotl. Okay, it's saying there's 0 axolotls in the area. Or at least in the loaded. There's quite a lot of zombies and creepers there. Is there any like big massive patches of water? I think that's what we need to look for. And I'm keep looking at the A right here. I'm pretty sure that means axolotl. I could also give like all axolotls in the area glowing. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Yeah, it don't seem like any axolotls are spawning. I think that might just be A, me being unlucky. Or B, I'm obviously just not loading them as like where they need to be. So is there not like any big massive pools of water? They can't spawn here because they require clay blocks. So like this water right here becomes invalid. It would be cool if they could spawn in water that is in a lush cave. So it don't have to have a certain block under it. Because then that would make them a lot more common in areas like this, for example. Because obviously this, we are still within a lush cave. Okay, no, actually we're not. Part of this is in a lush cave, part of it isn't. So that would make them actually spawn here. But they're not. because they have to have clay. So they can spawn right here if this is a lush cave. Yeah, they can spawn like there because that's clay and water. But it seems like they aren't. I don't know if that's a bug. I don't know if it's because I'm in spectator mode. It most likely is because I'm in spectator mode. So if we quickly now head to a dripstone cave, because zombies can now spawn in them again, I just quickly want to have a look at this area because this area looks absolutely sick. It's quite big and open. Oh wow, it's a big massive cave. This is what I like about 1.17, how big and open caves can be now, because you can literally just find, okay, this is actually quite a good area to find an axolotl because there's quite a lot of clay and water. So I'm just going to head around this area for a little while to see if I can find one. And there's tropical fish right here. Okay, that is pretty cool. So you can now actually find tropical fish in caves if you are under a lukewarm... Oh no, yeah, if you're in a lush cave, you can find tropical fish. I really like that because it makes the caves feel a bit more like there's actual living things in them, because obviously axolotls, it seems like axolotls are pretty rare to find. And the next snapshot is not confirmed to be the warden. If anyone has said that, unless it's a Minecraft dev, don't believe it. Because there's nothing's confirmed unless a dev actually confirms it. And as far as I know, a dev hasn't confirmed anything about when the Deep Dark or the warden will be added. But yeah, there's no warden or Deep Dark in this snapshot at all. There was no mention of it. Just to prove it, if I quickly locate biome, Deep Dark, you can see the only deep things here are the deep oceans. And then also if I go into the crafting, into this, and type in warden, there's nothing to do with a spawn egg or nothing. Also if I type in shulk, for example, there's no shulk things either. So there was no sign of the Deep Dark, no sign of the warden or anything within this snapshot at least. And there's a glow squid right here. Okay, so glow squids now only spawn below, I think, below 30. So you now have to go even deeper in caves to find glow squids. So that is kind of like one of them things that will become annoying over time, I think, because they're rarer to find. But that's good, because because glow squids are pretty pointless anyway. So I still can't find an axolotl. I don't know if axolotl spawnings are bugged or if we are just really unlucky, because I've been flying around this area and I can't find one axolotl. Is there any axolotls? No, yeah, it's still saying 0 axolotls within the world. So I don't know. I might just be really unlucky. Is the axolotl still... Yeah, the axolotl spawn egg's still a thing. So, yeah, you can still spawn them with a spawn egg. I don't know if them spawning is a bug or not, or if I'm just being really unlucky, because if I look here, it's now saying 6 axolotls. If I spawn another one, as you can see, the axolotl count right there goes up by 1. So that is axolotls, and it's saying if I quickly just kill them all, if you don't want to see axolotls die, just quickly look away from the screen. Type equals axolotl. Where is axolotl? Right there. Okay, so it's now gone back to 0, as you can see. And if I now fly around this area, it won't go up, I don't think. So we're just going to fly around. I want to try and get away, because you have to be like 24 blocks away or something. I don't know if that counts for the axolotls. So if I quickly just dig this way a little bit, and then maybe like run back through. So yeah, it's still saying 0. So now let's just run slowly back through as if we're like exploring the cave in survival mode. And see if an axolotl will spawn. I'm hoping they're not bugged, because that would be kind of annoying. I don't know if it's... it could be a few things. It could be the fact of it's because it's 1 deep water that they're not spawning. That could be like one of the things it needs. It needs to be more than 1 deep. But I don't know. I don't see why it would be, as most lush cave water is 1 deep anyway. You can't find like much that is more. And it seems like there's a lot of fish. Maybe, no, because they're not in the same mob cap. So it can't be that the fish are taking up the spawn things. So that ain't a thing. Nothing can take up axolotl spawn rules, because the axolotl is in its own, own category now. So it's not even like fish or glow squids or anything are taking up the spawn cap. So yeah, maybe we're just really unlucky. Let's quickly just see if we can maybe find a bit of more water. And once again, yeah, it seems like there's no axolotls in any of this. So I have no idea. Maybe we might go and try and find another lush cave. This looks like a lush cave over here. So there's like water here. So let's maybe see if we can maybe dig this deeper to see if they will then spawn. As it might be because it's 1 deep, but I have no idea. So I'm probably going to dig it about 3 deep if I can. And then we'll go about 24 blocks away from it and see if anything will spawn. Then let's pick block that, because I do need to replace some of these blocks in the floor here with clay just to obviously cap the spawn rules of them. So there we go, and now hopefully something will spawn in here, because we are within a lush cave. Yeah, that's confirmed, and we are obviously got the clay underneath a water block. So let's quickly just do that. There we go. So in theory, an axolotl should spawn in that area. So let's maybe just dig up. What is this? The level of this? This is on -13, so we need to go up to around let's say 20, 24. That would be about 30 blocks away. And that should then obviously spawn axolotls. So we're just going to sit here for a minute, see if that actually goes up. No, it's still at 0. I'm just going to quickly go read the patch notes, see if I'm doing something wrong. There isn't like a certain Y value you have to be at. Mob spawning. Axolotls now only spawn in water above clay blocks in lush caves. So we're doing everything right. Water above clay in a lush cave. Glow squids now only spawn in water blocks under height 30. Cod, salmon. Okay, so it seems like it can be 1 deep, because it says in water blocks above clay blocks. So cod, salmon, pufferfish, tropical fish, and dolphins now only spawn in water from height 50 to 64. I think this is mainly to stop like aquatic mobs spawning in caves, as I think that was a big problem, especially with salmons. You would find them like in the bottom depths of Minecraft's caves, like flapping on the floor because they're falling out of water. So goats no longer spawn in stony peaks is another change. So yeah, I don't know, maybe axolotl's a bug, maybe I'm doing something wrong, I have no idea. If you guys actually get an axolotl to spawn within this snapshot, do let me know, as I can't seem to get one to spawn. That could just me being newbie and misreading something. So let's now head to a dripstone cave, as dripstone caves can now spawn zombies again, as that was a change they made last snapshot. They did revert that snapshot, or that change at least, and we are glitching out in the wall. So where's this dripstone cave? The dripstone cave is above us, and it's an underwater cave, so obviously no zombies will spawn, although we will see drowns in this, as drowns can spawn in this biome still. So if I quickly just go into creative mode, if we quickly just swim around, we should eventually see a drown spawning, and the increased copper in the dripstone cave is so good. So if you obviously want copper, come to the dripstone cave and then go and use a stone cutter. Make sure you use a stone cutter, because the stone cutter is obviously the best thing for dripstone, for copper now, as you get 4 instead of the 1 for every block. So let's quickly just head through here, and I want to head back to the dripstone cave. We should see drowns, but once again, I think there's like, okay, there's glow squids over there. They're not what we're looking for. So if we quickly just keep swimming around, we might see drowns. I don't know, once again, if they can spawn like in water caves like this. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to, because obviously it's still a dripstone cave. Okay, there's a zombie right there. So you can see zombies can now spawn within the dripstone caves again. There's also a dungeon again. So it seems like dungeons are a bit more common. I don't know if that's like something is just unlucky finding them. Maybe that's where all the luck's going instead of finding the axolotls. So this is quite a big open cave as well, and it leads down into a dripstone cave. But yeah, so that is just major changes, or minor changes. We haven't really seen any of them, because it seems like there's a few maybe broken spawning mechanics or something, or I'm just being dumb and not finding them, because we can't actually see. The drowns might just be because the mob cap's taken up, The axolotls, I have no idea why they're not spawning. I could go and try and find another lush cave to see if that will help. I don't know why it would help, but it might. Apart from that, they have changed a few biome names. They've removed a few biomes. So if we quickly just head to the surface and we can have a look at some of these name changes. So if we quickly just do locate biome, I'm just going to scroll through these, and if you see any ones that are new or something, they might have had a name change. So Badlands hasn't, Bamboo Jungle, Basalt Deltas, Beach, Birch, Cold Ocean, Crimson Forest, Dark Forest. Has that changed name? Was that called the Roofed Forest, or is that just what people call it? Deep Ocean, Deep, nope. Desert, End. Okay, so that's still a biome. I thought that would have been removed. Flower Forest, Forest, Frozen Ocean, Frozen Peaks. Okay, that's a new name. I don't remember the Frozen Peaks being a biome. I'm guessing that's Snow-Capped Peaks. They've just changed it to Snow Peaks, Frozen Peaks. That's my theory. I don't know if I'm correct or not. It seems like, or maybe this was Snowy Slopes. Is Snowy Slopes still one of the names? As we can obviously see from that. So Frozen Peaks, Ice Spikes Grove, Jagged Peaks is a new one. So what is a Jagged Peaks now? Where will this take us? I don't know what the names of them are. Okay, so Snowy Slopes is still a biome, you can see right here. So Jagged Peaks, I don't know what that used to be. It's a name change. I don't think it's a new biome. I was able to mention it. So it's a name change from a old biome. It must be Lofty Peaks or it's Snow-Capped Peaks. I think it's Snow-Capped Peaks. They've changed to Jagged Peaks. But I could be completely wrong with that. So let's now see if there's any other. So it seems like they haven't changed any Minecraft like pre 1.18 names. It seems like it's only after 1.18. Lush Caves, Meadows, Mushroom Fields, Nether Wastes, Oceans, Old Growth, Birch Forest, Old Growth, Pine Taiga, Old Growth, Spruce Taiga. Okay, they have 3 new names. Let's maybe go to one of these and see what this is. Is this like just a flat birch, like a OG biome sort of thing? Let's maybe try going into creative mode and flying down. Yeah, okay, seems like this is... Okay, no, this is Tall Forest. This is a Tall Birch Forest. So is that what the Tall Birch Forest is called now? Old Growth Birch Forest? Possibly. I don't know. It seems like it. Let's see what other old growths are. So we've got the old growth pine. What is the old growth pine? Is that tall pine trees? I'm guessing so. Yeah, okay. So the Mega Taiga is now called the Old Growth Pine Taiga. And then there's also the Old Growth Spruce Taiga, which we'll quickly just teleport to have a look at that. So that's just tall birch trees. No, that's tall spruce trees. So it seems like the tall biomes with the tall trees have been changed to the old growth. Okay, no. Oh, okay, I get it. The old growth pine is the pine trees. The old growth spruce is spruce trees. They are actually 2 different trees within Minecraft. So you can see this is pine. You can see the difference for this is a pine tree right here. And then as you head through, you can see we will slowly go to spruce trees, which is where's the spruce trees? These are spruce trees right here. So you can see the difference. There's pine, there's spruce. So that's the difference between the old growth pine and the old growth spruce. So what other biomes have we got? Old growths are Plains, River, Savannah, Savannah Plateau, Small Ends, Snowy Beach, Snowy Plains, Snowy Slopes, Snowy Taiga, Soul Sand Valley, Sparse Jungle, Stony Peaks, Stony Shores, Swamp, Taiga, The End, The Void, Warm Ocean, Windswept Forest. That is new. So it's not new, but it's a new name. That's what I mean. When I say it's new, I most likely mean it's a new name, as there's no new biomes. within this snapshot. So what is the Windswept Forest? The Windswept Forest is this like the old... Yeah, it seems like the Windswept Forest is the old like extreme hills, the ones with the trees on them. As this is what this is. This is like the extreme hills with the trees. So that is kind of cool. That's now called the Windswept Forest. So there was also another one near the Windswept Forest. So what was that? Let's go to Windswept Forest, Windswept Gravel Hills, Windswept Hills, and Windswept Savannah. So let's go to the Gravel Hills first. And these are all biomes we've probably seen before. It's just they've had a name change. So I am just mentioning it, so you guys are aware of the names of the new biomes. And this is what I think the Windswept basically just means mountain, as that is what I've got off it. They all seem like obviously mountains. Wow, that is one tall gravel mountain. Because yeah, what is this over here then? This is a Windswept Hills. So yeah, it seems like extreme hills. The extreme has just been exchanged to the Windswept, which is cool, I guess. I don't know, obviously their names must mean something. I have no idea, but it's kind of cool. There's a floating island right there that is literally just levitating. That is kind of cool. But yeah, so Windswept is basically just a name change for mountain. So mountain hills, you've then obviously got, this is actually really cool. Then got obviously the Savannah. I do want to go check the Savannah out, so let's quickly just do that. So you've got Windswept Forest, Gravel Hills, Hills, and Savannah. We saw the hills was over there with no gravel and stone. So if I quickly just teleport to this, let's try and click it. My mouse is not responding. Okay, so this is a Windswept Savannah. And it seems like, once again, it's the old, what was it called? It was called Shattered Savannah. I think the Shattered Savannah is now called this, I think. Once again, this is kind of confusing because it's like, I didn't know biome names off by heart. So it's kind of like, I can't remember. So one thing that I am just going to quickly mention, there was some biomes removed. They've removed any hill variants. So the Birch Hills, the forest hills. They've also removed the lakes because there was desert hills biome, and then there was also desert lakes biome. So if I just type in desert, the only desert biome now is just the desert. There's no desert hills or there's no desert lakes. It's all one biome now because the biomes are obviously changed to just go off the world, not off the biome generation. So that is everything within this snapshot. We got obviously the buff to copper. Copper is now like one of them things you can get a lot of quite quickly. We got a few biome names, and I think the biome names are going to take some time to get used to, as they are not easy names to remember. You've got obviously the old oak, old growth, and then you've also got the windswept biomes. So just remember it this way, the old growth is the name for tall things. So old growth just means old, just replace old growth with tall. So it's the tall birch forest, tall pine taiga, and tall spruce taiga, or mega taiga. And then the windswept is basically just hills, or extreme, or mountains. As it's the mountain forest, the mountain gravel hills, and the mountain savannah. That is basically the name changes they've made. So that's something like, it's going to take some time to get used to the mountain names, because they are not something like you remember off the top of your head. I will probably still be calling the mega taiga for ages. So that is all that's in this snapshot. We got buff to copper, we got a few mob spawning bugs, not bugs, but mob spawning fixes. And have we got anything new? They would have mentioned it, so I don't think we have. We've obviously still got simulation distance. So yeah, it seems like they have made a few performance fixes, they've said. And I think that's mainly the performance fixes in this version. I think is mainly just changing the mob spawnings, so there isn't loads of mobs in one area. Like if I open up F3 right now, you can see, how can I do this? If I do that, you can see mobs I don't know what that means. I think that means passive mobs, as it's just an M. Then I think C means creatures. I'm not too sure. A means aquatic. A there means axolotl. U, I think, means underground. I could be wrong on that though. W there means something, and I don't know what the other W means. And I definitely don't know what that M means. I don't know what would the M mean. No idea what that last M means that is just behind that sand block. I have no idea. So that W there is, that one must be water mobs, because that went down as soon as I moved away. It's now 3. So yeah, it must mean, okay, wait. I can actually try this. So that W right there, when I spawn a squid, that one goes up. When I spawn a salmon, that one goes up. So that must mean like squids, and that one must mean salmons. So whatever was in their mob group with them, that is what they mean. I still don't know what that M means. I have no clue, and I'm not even going to try and guess. Monster maybe? But that M there, I think, means monsters. So I have no idea. Maybe that means monsters on the surface. I could be wrong on that. Let's actually try selling it to nighttime and see if that goes up. Time set midnight. Let's just do it midnight. Okay, so it's now midnight, and is that going to start going up? We can just sit here for a second. Let's quickly just clear the chat so we can see it. And then we can see, obviously, if it goes up or not. These snapshots are quite, like, underwhelming. I can't wait for us to get the, like, Deep Dark and the Warden. I'm just reading through Twitter to see, like, what devs have said. The main Henrik, who's working on, like, most of the terraform, it said, in general, caves that are near rivers / coastline should use sea level. Inland should use less aquifers, but not completely dry. The ocean should have more aquifers beneath them, so you can enter cave systems through the ocean. We needed to make a tech change to aquifers to ease future configs. As a result, we needed to retune them so they are all in different places. Now compared to last snapshot, I hope the overall balance, flooded / non-flooded, is still okay. And then they just showed a few name changed for biomes. And then, okay. So it seems like, yeah, this snapshot was just a few bug fixes again. Moving up and down won't change your biome now unless you go into a cave biome. And then it's just obviously loads of weird, like behind the scenes. Okay. Oh yeah, Deep Slate Emerald Ore and Deep Slate Copper Ore are now obtainable in survival mode if you're lucky enough. So Deep Slate Copper, and Deep Slate Emerald you can now find in legit survival. So Deep Slate Coal, I think, is the only one that is now a creative only at the moment. I suspect they will make coal survival based. So as a side effect, this will also make diamond dive mining more effective. Okay, so what is that? That still hasn't gone up. Okay. M first shows a total amount of monsters that account towards the mob cap. C seconds shows the total amount of creatures, passive mobs that spawn on the surface. That's from the Minecraft wiki. Mojang just dropped another small trailer for Minecraft Live. It doesn't have any new info though. Wait, I really want to go check that out. What did they actually post it on? Did they post it on their Twitter? When are we gonna see the mobs? That's what I can't wait for. They're meant to announce like 3 mobs unless they do it on the day and they don't give us time to think. Because we're obviously voting for a mob again. Yeah, it is. They've just posted it, but there's no mob thingy. So I reckon they are just gonna throw the mob in at last minute. They'll probably do it on like the last week leading up to it, or we'll just have to wait until Minecraft Live to get the mobs, which I think if they do that, That's kind of dumb, because I like where you have a few days to think about what mob you want to vote for. You're not just like put on the spot. So we'll have to wait and see what they do about that. We've still got, what, 2 weeks, I think? It's on the 16th, so no, it's like 9 days. So maybe they'll do it on the last week, or maybe they'll announce the mobs on Minecraft Live. But I heard a creeper explode right then, but it weren't. It must have been my footsteps. Yeah, I saw the video. It's like a 2-minute long video, and I think it's obviously them just running around, obviously teasing it. Yeah, if they do drop it tomorrow, I'll obviously try and post a short or something about it, because obviously a video, making a whole video about it if they only like drop the one mob, kind of pointless. So, I will see obviously what they do. I'm really hoping the mobs are good, and they're not like dumb like the glow squid or mobs we've got in the past. Because I think these mob votes open up for like big opportunities, and I really hope one of them is, I don't think it will be, but I really hope one of them is a Yeti, because they did actually like not tease, but they mentioned Yeti in one of their patch notes. So yeah, I really hope one of them's a Yeti, or one of them's like a snow themed mob, as I think Minecraft needs more biome based mobs, as we've not got many. We've obviously got like the husk, and we've got the stray, but that's like the only ones that are like biome themed. You've got obviously I don't mean like ones that only spawn in certain biomes like goats. I mean like ones that are themed around the biome. So a husk is all sandy, a stray is all frosty. I would love to see more mobs like that, but I don't want to see like remakes of zombies and husks, zombies and skeletons like they've done with a drowned. I think the drowned was one of them mobs that they hyped up and said, oh, we've got a new kind of boss mob that will hold a item, and then everyone saw the drowned and was like, is that really a boss? But I don't think the drowned was actually the mob they were talking about. I think the mob they were talking about they did actually scrap in the end. The snapshot is kind of disappointing. The best change in this snapshot is copper. Copper is now so OP. Well, not really OP, but it's now so much easier to get. So if you actually use a stone cutter, now this will not work on a crafting table. It's only a stone cutter. And if you put the normal block of copper, you will now get 4 instead. So 1 block of copper will now give you 4 cut copper. So actually making the slabs and stairs of the variant is now so much easier. So just for a stack of copper blocks, you can now get 4 stacks of cut copper, which is extremely good, because that is obviously one of the hardest things to get. If you want like loads of slabs or loads of stairs, it's so hard to get loads of them because of finding copper, and then you get 1 for 1. It was kind of like one of them things not worth doing. The only thing I dislike about mob votes is that all the mobs that don't vote are gone forever. Yeah, that's another thing. I think they shouldn't. What I would like to see is a mob vote where we have all previous mobs brought back into a vote. So, like, for example, I'm just going to say this. This is not what will happen. This is just what I would like to happen. I'm just going to make that clear so no one gets confused. So I would like the Moo Bloom, Isolager, the mob A, B, and D. No, A, C, and D to come back into like one mob vote, and then we get to vote out of them again. That would be so cool, because obviously when we got to vote for like the Phantom and that, it was the first ever vote that the community got in, like the community could vote. So everyone was like, okay, we don't know what we're doing that much. We're just voting for a mob that looks cool. And I think that was obviously what, if they brought them back, I think we could make something of it. So I just hope the mobs are not pointless and useless this time. I really hope there's a decent mob in there that will bring something to the game, because at the moment all the votes we've got Obviously, I'm not including biomes or anything like that. We're just talking about foxes. You don't really see anyone use foxes anymore unless you make a sweet berry bush farm, but you don't really want them because they're useless. Phantoms, everyone hates phantoms. No one likes them anymore. They're too annoying. I think they need to make phantoms. I think they need to like upgrade phantoms to maybe make them drop a new item so it's worth farming them. Because once you get mending on your lighter, you don't care about phantom membrane. And it's used for slow falling potions, but I don't know the last time I actually crafted it or brewed a slow fall potion. And then so we've got the goat. The goat is new. Don't know. I reckon that'll be one of them mobs that in a few days it will just be gone. Or not in a few days, but in a few months, no one will care about the goat. But because at the moment it's new, people are still obviously like, oh, it's a new mob, let's mess around with it. And then it's the same with a glow squid. Once a few months are over, people will hunt them down maybe for their glow inks, but they're not going to be a mob like the warden, for example. I think the warden will be one of them mobs that people are hyped for quite a while. And then I think that's all the mob votes we've actually done. We've done, obviously, the biome votes. We've done the biome vote to get the fox. We then done the biome vote to get the goat. And then we've done the 2 mob votes. The glow squid and the phantom. I think. I could be wrong on that. There might be one more that I'm missing. But I don't think there is. Trying to think now if I'm missing one. I don't think I am. Phantom. Then it went to the fox. Then it went to the goat. Then it went to the glow squid. Yeah. Okay, it's only the 4. So it's like all 4 mobs are things that are like over time. I think the goat, they need to give the goat a use in 1.18. It has no mob drops. It don't even drop food in Java Edition. I think it does on Bedrock. I don't know if they reverted that change or not. But in Java, it literally don't even drop food. So it's like one of them mobs. Okay, maybe you could use it if you're like technical in a farm to make it ram mobs and then kill the mobs. But it's not, it has no use at all. I don't even think there's like a way to use it apart from in like maybe a mob farm. Then the glow squid, it's okay. Hunting it down for glow item frames or glow inks for signs is worth doing, I think, because obviously, especially the signs, you can see it in a lot better at nighttime and further away. Phantom, no one cares about phantoms anymore. I don't think anyone would care if they were removed from the game. And then foxes, I barely ever see foxes in Minecraft anymore. I don't know the last time I actually saw a fox. And if I do see a fox, I just run straight past it. But yeah, all the mob votes we actually get, it's like the mobs are kind of pointless after, what, 4 or 5 months of the mob being out. I think if they gave, like, foxes a unique ability, maybe like, I don't know, you can tame them, or you can do something with them. Maybe you can feed them a block and it will like go towards that block, limited to obviously certain things. Or maybe you could feed it something and it will lead you to a closest village, as they were meant to be more active around villages of a nighttime. So maybe of a nighttime, if you feed a fox a certain thing, it will lead you to the closest village. Maybe that could be good. But apart from that, it's completely useless, like most other mob votes. So I am just going to quickly cover once again what got added in this snapshot, just for anyone who is new. It was a small snapshot. We got a few performance fixes, which mainly go behind mob improvements, improving how mobs can spawn. Axolotls will now only spawn in lush caves with a water block above a clay block. So they are now exclusive to lush caves. Yes, you just looked at me. Goats will no longer spawn in Stony Peak biomes. We got a few biome name changes, if I quickly just show you here. The tall forests, so Birch Forest, Mega Taiga, has been changed to Old Growth. So it's now called the Old Growth Birch Forest, or the Old Growth Pine, or the Old Growth Spruce. And then anything that was like an extreme hills got changed to Windswept Forest, Windswept Gravelly Hills, Windswept Hills, and Windswept Savannah. And then they did also change some of the new 1.18 biomes. They changed the Jagged Peaks and Frozen Peaks. They changed both of them just to, I don't know what they were. I think one was called Lofty Peaks and one was called Snow-Capped Peaks, if I'm correct. I may be wrong on that. Tropical fish can now also spawn in underwater caves, as long as the cave is within a lush cave. So you can now find tropical fish within lush caves. Salmons, cods, and that now only spawn between sea level 50 and 50 and what is it called? 50 and 64. So you will not find a dolphin that is in water above 64 or below 50. And then they also made a really good change to copper. Copper is now quite OP, well not OP, but quite good now because you can obtain a lot of it quite easy. Yeah, I voted Moobloom because bees got small update. Yeah, I really wanted the Isolager, but I think it depends on what sort of Minecraft player you are. Because, for example, if you're a more of a passive on-land person who likes decorating their base, you're going to vote for the Moobloom. Because obviously you would want maybe a Moobloom to decorate your base like the red mushrooms. If you're more of a underwater explorer, you're going to want the glow squids because obviously exploring, seeing the majestic glowing of them or how it was meant to be, that was obviously what you'd vote for. And if you're someone who wants a battle with a mob, you're going to vote for the Isolager. I think a way to evenly like spread the mob votes is make all the mobs in the same category. So all mobs passive, all mobs neutral, or all mobs hostile. Just to make it so it's a bit balanced on your... But I also like the idea that there's one of each. So there's like a aggressive mob. There's obviously a water mob. And there's also a like on-land mob. But I would really like to see Minecraft add in the future a Moobloom. And the Moobloom, there'll be like a different variant of Moobloom for each Minecraft flower. That would be really cool. And maybe bees are in love with the Moobloom. I think that was one thing that the bees were actually meant to do. They were meant to like linger around Mooblooms. So, yeah, the last change in this snapshot is copper. The last change in this snapshot is copper. For 1 copper block, you will now get 4 cut copper, just to make it a bit more balanced. But this is only in a crafting, in a stone cutter. If you actually use a crafting table, sure, I guess. If you want to join the Discord and post it in there, that'll be the best place to post it. But if you actually do it in here, you'll get 4 for 4, as obviously that's 4. But if you actually do that in the stone cutter, and you put 4 in there, so let's quickly just put 4 in there, you'll actually get 16 back. So using a stone cutter is the best thing to do now when transferring copper blocks to cut copper. There's no way to actually turn these back into copper blocks, so obviously only do what you need. It would be so cool if there was like a revert thing with a stone cutter, so you can put them in there and get these back. So I think that's a lot of people's mistake. I think Minecraft recipes that would always use... Discord is linked in the description. Recipes that are always, like, never used. I think Minecraft could make a use out of changing stairs back to blocks and also slabs back to blocks. As just like having 2 blocks, 2 slabs there, and it transfers back into a block or 2 blocks. That is just like one of them small changes that would change the game so much. And then maybe you can have like 4 stairs. So if I just quickly grab a stair, let's just grab that stair. Maybe 4 stairs like that would give you some blocks back. Because the amount of times I've actually made too many slabs. Or too many slabs or too many slabs or too many stairs. That is... like, I do that all the time and then it's just I'm left with them. Thanks. But yeah, so the copper is now really good to actually do. So 100% go into a crafting table, into a stone cutter if you want copper now. And don't forget, go to a dripstone cave if you want copper, because copper is increased in dripstone caves. There's a higher chance of finding it. So I think that is actually where I'm going to end the stream, as there's nothing else. That we got a few bug fixes, performance fixes and stuff like that again. And that's it, really. Once again, it's one of them snapshots where it's just basically trying to performance, make the game run better and stuff like that. So I think that's where I'm going to end the stream. If you did enjoy the stream, do leave a like and subscribe. Once again, if you want to watch the stream back, do just rewind it to the forward. I explain everything. I go through the patch notes at the very beginning of the stream, just after the starting soon screen, and then obviously throughout the stream I just show off what's new. So if you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I guess I will see you guys in another video very soon. There will be a video out tonight. The video will be out in about a half-hour time, my normal upload time. So about a half-hour there should be a video on my channel. If you do obviously want to stick around for that, I would appreciate that. It's a good video, I think. And then I will have a video up tomorrow playing in the most recent snapshot in my snapshot world. So that is good. Wait, I'm just gonna quickly read chat. I don't voice chat anyone unless it's for a video or something. There's a few reasons for that, which I'm not actually gonna cover in this stream. But yeah, there's a few reasons why I don't voice chat people. So I'm afraid the answer to that is no. There's always people talking in the Discord. Sometimes there's people in the voice chat. So if you want to talk to other people in the Discord, then obviously I think you did join the Discord. I think there's a notification saying you did. So just talk to people in the Discord. I'm active in the Discord quite a lot. I always have Discord open. So it's like one of them things, I'm always in it. If there's a message for me, it will most likely be answered. But anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end. Once again, half-hour time, there will be a video up. So apart from that, I will see you guys in tonight's video, or I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. And then obviously the weekend I don't upload because of just having a break. So there will be a new video on Monday. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.